Hello everyone. Lighting's a little different in here today. My desk lamp broke, so I've got one of my photography lamps out. It's a 9-watt LED, so it's kind of bright when you're right up close to it. I did something stupid today. See this? If you got sharp eyes, your eyes aren't deceiving you. That's a sealed box because I now have 2 of them. That's right, I bought another one. Here's why. I started thinking about getting the blue stripes on the 747. I don't want to take the time to do it. You know, it's going to take me a couple of days. Contest starts this week. I think it's on Friday. And this was $8. $8 for a new set of decals. I'm going to chop the decals up into pieces and put them on in pieces instead of trying to put them on in one big long stripe. That should prevent them from falling apart on me like they did. We'll be back to show you how that's going and talk about progress. If this works, it was worth $8. If not, well, I'm going to have a lot of parts for spares. I have plans for the wings out of this anyhow. So, I don't think I wasted my money. Not if I can get the wings to work the way I want them to on something I'm going to build for just fun, grins, goofiness, general stupidity. I'll post a video of it. Well, I'll be back in a bit. I'm halfway through. Show you what I've got. It has not fallen apart. That's because I cut that decal into 6 different pieces and put it on piece by piece. Okay? Now, on to the other side. If I can get the other side on as well as that one went, this thing's almost done. I have landing gear left in the stand and to mount the shuttle on here. So, wish me luck. Back when it's done. Don't think I wasted my money. Now, I can't breathe on these decals without them moving. So let's take the camera and bring her in a little bit. You can see I got them on there. The nose was tricky getting that to line up just right. And I don't dare touch those decals because they're trying to come apart on me. But you can see I got them. I got the tail lined up right. I got everything lined up right. Okay? I'm going to hit her with some microsol so she locks down. Wrong direction. And then I'm going to set this aside to dry. I might actually try to fix that American flag up there too, since I got a new one. But that's what she's supposed to look like. And I gotta say, I'm happy with that. So, I'll be back when I'm putting the shuttle on that 747. Or the landing gear. And to talk about the stand, because I got some work to do on the stand yet. So I'll be back in a bit. Alright, I'm back. Haven't finished 747. Decals are drying on it, but the decals all came on real good. A couple of things we're going to talk about real quick. Space Shuttle. I'm going to move the camera a little bit because this thing really doesn't like zooming in too much, too tight on a small object. And what I'm trying to do is get the camera to zoom in so you can see how the windows came out. I think the windows came out pretty good on this. They're a little too shiny in places, but that's windows for you. They're going to be somewhat shiny. I'm thinking about giving it a dull coat one more time. Other than that, Space Shuttle is pretty much done. I'm going to call the Space Shuttle done. Yeah, there we go. Now you can see some of the detailing on the burn marks I did on the side of her, since we've got a slightly brighter light in here today. Okay, and you can see I got kind of a ripple pattern, and it's pretty random. It is not, you know, just all one streak, and that's what I was looking for on her. I was looking for something that was kind of random, except for right along that wing. It did come out pretty random, I think. Well, now we need to talk about something else. The stand. So let me put the camera back where it was. And I'm going to drop her a little bit. Here's the piece of wood I'm using for the stand. It's a piece of 1200 grit sandpaper. We're going to use it to simulate a runway. I'm about to cut out the vinyl pieces to go down on top of this. This is the support that came with the 747. I hacked the stand apart to get the insert. I'm going to embed this insert in the wood so I can put this. It's just giving it more surface area to glue into, in my opinion. Okay? And I want to pose the 747 as she's landing. So my next task right now is to locate where I'm going to embed this thing in the wood. That thing right there. And go out in the garage and drill some holes and glue that sucker in with some epoxy or something very similar so that it isn't going anywhere. And then that way I got a piece of styrene to glue the stand to. Okay? So that's where we stand on things right now. Back later. People, I'm working on the 747. This thing's damn near done. I hope to have it done in the next 2 days. Stand. I screwed up on the stand a little bit, but all's not lost. I found a drill bit that's almost as wide as this thing right here. I cut this from the display stand. Carpet Monster got hungry. I cut this from the display stand that came with the model. I just hacked that stand apart to get this out. This is where the upright mounts into the display stand, and then the upright mounts into the bottom of the 747. That way I can actually glue it into the base, and I can glue this into the base separately so that we have a nice fit. Now, she doesn't fit in there quite as tight as I'd like. She's still a little loose. So I'm going to have to put a little super glue on that to get that to hold down, or some wood glue or something. These two holes, they were mess ups on my part. I tried to wood chisel to cut the hole on this one. Didn't work. This one, I wasn't paying attention and drilled it off center. This one is centered and straight. So I'm using this one. So I'll patch these two holes up with some Abe's epoxy sculpt. I do have some wood putty out in the garage, but I think the epoxy sculpt will be better because it'll be dry by tomorrow morning. And I can get that piece of sandpaper down on top of this and make her start looking like a landing strip. I'll be back with that one later. That's my main task tomorrow night. Up next with the 747, landing lights. They're little tiny things right here. You can hardly see them. I will cut and put them on the 747. I'm going to do it with microscale crystal clear. Speaking of 747, decals are on her. She has been clear coated. She smells really nice because I use Future to clear coat her. One problem, I never did get that flag fixed. Tried to pull it off there. It told me it was going nowhere. It was happy there. So I left it. So it's still there. But you can see she's nice and shiny. The white went on very well. She's as shiny as I really want her to be. The silver kind of glows. There's a good contrast with the silver and the gray. One thing I wish I'd used a lighter gray, but if I'd used a lighter gray, I think these two would have blended together too much. So there's the 747. She's done except for landing gear and windows. And I'm doing that tonight. Be back when I'm done. Couple of things. These landing lights, they suck. Okay? And yeah, she's going to focus, but it's going to be hard to see. They are tiny. I mean, tiny, tiny. And cutting the flash off them really bit. But I got it done. I got the windshield in her. Trying to think I want to paint the lines on the windshield, but I think I might leave it. I took some microscale crystal clear and filled in all the windows but the back too. The reason for that, that's where the mounting support for the shuttle goes. Okay? So that's where I'm at on this. I still have to do the landing gear. It's too late tonight. I gotta stop. I'll get them done tomorrow. Quick 747 update. She has wheelage now. Those don't feel like they're in scale with this model at all. They're way too tall. I can't imagine 747 sitting. Well, maybe it is about right for how it's going to sit. They just look wrong. I haven't put the doors on there yet because, well, didn't have time. It's too late at night and I gotta get some sleep. They'll get on there tomorrow. And then I have some touching up to do. I'm going to show you why. I was sleeping last night, heard a big boom, and my cat went flying across the house. Everyone see that gray stripe right there? Yeah, he jumped up and pounded the 747 into a wall. And it got striped. And somehow or another, it got a mark there too. those marks were not there last night when I went to bed. They were there this morning. So I gotta fix those. It's not gonna be that hard to fix. I still have to hand paint that landing gear anyhow, because last time I checked, tires are not silver. This little guy, he is almost done. One last detail to talk about. Let's zoom in, see if you guys can see it. First off, the real plane does not have these windows. The kit itself did not supply glass for those windows. So I got the micro scale crystal clear and filled them in. Now I used it straight up. I've learned since then not to use it straight up. You want to thin it a little bit with water and put a teeny bit of dish soap in there so it has some surface tension. Do that and you can make windows with it that are much larger on this kit with little or no trouble. That was something I learned tonight watching the video. So this is almost done. All I got left is to paint those up, put the doors on it, fix that, make a stand. Haven't done any work on the stand since yesterday. Haven't had time. Work has been occupying me. Gotta get it done. Contest starts in 2 days. I'm playing around. I wanted to see what it was going to look like on the base. I'm almost there. I still haven't glued the sandpaper down. I want to put a sealer coat over that sandpaper because it's picking up every single mark on it. And it really kind of should, because runways are going to be really marked up. But again, just wanted to see what she was going to look like. So I got her out and played. I think it's going to look really good with that old bird sitting right on top of her. It's coming out well. Later. Update time. Let me know. Just like